Hello Age of Wonderites, welcome to the Earth video. So again, following the same typical conventions, you've got your mana node bonus, +5. Your first combat spell is Stoning, and it looks really good in this game. It looked really good in the previous games, but I think it looks better in this one. So, you throw rocks, big huge boulders at the enemy, 24 pure physical damage, and it costs 15 mana, so it costs a little bit more, but you are only dealing physical damage, and there's a lot less physical protection out there than there is for elemental. So I do think that cost is worth it, but you gotta always remember that that is higher than the other ones. Now then, Stone Skin is your enchantment, so these are your 2 combat abilities, and you've got 3 regenerate walls. So you protect your body from physical harm, so basically it's +3 defense, at the only very small cost of 8, and it always works, so it's nice. Domain of Earth. Target friendly city now likes being underground. Subterranean terrain, and there's lots of subterranean. Everything underground is subterranean, so that's always good. And this is a battlefield enchantment. Walls absorb the Earth's power and regenerate themselves, so it's a heal of 20 health at the start of each combat round for your walls. That's huge. That's so good. As long as your enemy hasn't taken any infantry and they can't climb the walls, then woohoo! Yay! Okay, let's move on to Master of Earth. Slow. So basically your enemies are slowed until the end of combat, and slow units have their movement halved, so I think that means they've got 1 less action point, and it's a single target spell. City Quake. Now you can cast this only on enemy cities, so you have to scout it out, have a unit near them, so the center of the city is not shrouded by the fog. Causes the foundations of a city to tremble and rupture. Destroys 1 random city upgrade, so say, for example, the walls could go themselves. Destroys, yes, and will kill 20% of its population. So it may also make the city smaller. 20%! That's huge, guys, that's huge. Here's the Earth Elemental, we'll talk about that in a few moments. Now, the battlefield is struck by a devastating earthquake. It deals 60 physical damage to walls and 40 damage to all units on the battlefield. But flying and floating units are immune. So if you compare this to the fire, heat, swarm, hellfire, it's called hellfire, yes. So you deal more damage to walls, but less damage to units, and flying and floating units are immune. So I think you've got more total damage, we've 100 in total, but you do have immunity, so that always sucks. Now then, let's check out the Earth Elemental. So he's not as good as the water guy. It does inflict crippling wounds though, so they potentially could have -12 movement, and these have 9 potency, guys, so there's 9 potency chance of this for working, hidden potency. Projectile resistance, so +2, extra 2 defense. He floats as well, floating boulders, that never makes sense. 22 damage, very, very nice defense, fantastic health and defense, and kind of crappy resistance, and poor movement. So that's the Earth guys covered. Well then, in the next video we're going to be doing... at last! Here we go. So I'll see you guys in the next one.